The Chapel Hill Super Regional, hosted by number 10 overall seed UNC and joined by a very hot Arkansas team. While Arkansas is kind of the team we expected to see in Supers at the beginning of the season, a few weeks ago you would have not said that, and now this team has really caught fire and is very dangerous, and it's a team that probably not many could beat if they're hitting their full stride. So UNC, also a team a few weeks ago, they were definitely a tournament team, but definitely not a host, and they get on a really good run as well and kind of make it through. They do great in the conference tournament, winning it, and then eventually ending up being a host there, which a lot of people did not see coming a few weeks ago. So it's really a comparable thing. Both these teams are very hot coming into the tournament, and they continued that through the regional.
Yeah, this is a great matchup here. Like you mentioned with Arkansas, we were waiting the whole year for them to put it together, but they were just never clicking on all cylinders. Although they didn't reach their full potential, they won a lot of games still. They were ranked third in the country for most of the year until the last couple of weeks where they finally slipped up and lost some series and fell out of hosting a regional, but they looked excellent in that regional at Oklahoma State. It looks like that offense is extremely hot. All the guys we were waiting to finally see show out like we knew they could seem to do that at Oklahoma State. You got the middle infielders with Jalen Battles and Robert Moore hitting some tanks and just going off in that regional. So they're a scary team. We knew they had Omaha talent, and if they put it together consistently like they just did in that regional, they're certainly an Omaha caliber team and potentially a title contender.
Yeah, maybe this Arkansas team just needed to feel that postseason energy once again to get things going and wind back the clock to last year. And their offense finally seems to be fully in rhythm. It seemed like throughout the year a few guys would get hot and then the rest of the team would be just completely cold. And now it seems like everybody's starting to get going at the right time. And with North Carolina, they had a pretty easy draw for their regional, but still found themselves in the losers bracket after VCU came out of the gate extremely well. But UNC was able to fight back and win their final 3 games to make it to the Supers. So both these teams coming in hot. On paper, very similar stats for both of these teams with pretty much identical ERAs and very similar power numbers as well. So this regional could really just come down to a team that can carry the most momentum from last weekend and into the Supers. And if Arkansas can really replicate their offense from last week, it would be very difficult for UNC or pretty much any team to match that.
Yeah, North Carolina definitely lucked out in a way by facing Arkansas rather than Oklahoma State. This way, North Carolina gets to host this Super in Chapel Hill. Regardless of that, though, I'm going to pick Arkansas here just because they look to be clicking. And when they're clicking, we know they are one of the best teams in the entire country. So I'm going to pick them to take down North Carolina on the road here.
Yeah, I'm also going to side favorably for Arkansas on this one just because we saw what they can really put together there, and it's going to be very difficult to stop them if they can repeat that kind of performance this weekend. Thank you for watching and listening again. If you enjoyed, we would really appreciate a like and subscribe for more weekly college baseball content.